What's up, guys? Alright, we're gonna make this quick and simple. How to do your brakes for beginners, quick and easy. Front pads and rotors, to be specific. This vehicle, we're just doing front pads. They don't want rotors. We're gonna check it out and find out. I got myself a long 1/2-inch ratchet, 21mm 1/2-inch socket, deep. Crack the lug nuts loose. Just set your jack on the pinch weld, and we're gonna jack this thing up. Alright, we're off the ground. Don't forget your jack stand. It's under there. We're not going under the vehicle, but you never know. Yo, damn, that fucker's on there. Sometimes you gotta give them a little love. Get right off. Once you're off, this is what you're looking at. Once the wheel's off, this is what you're looking at. You got a 14mm here, 14mm here. These pads are absolutely gone. We're gonna zap those off. We're gonna change the rotor. We're gonna take off these, which I believe are 2/17s, top and bottom. So let's do it. Alright, so the slide's spinning, so I'm using a 17mm wrench to put on it so I could break it loose. There we go. Get yourself power tools, it's a game changer. Wiggle this off, caliper. These expanding things are on the brake pad. You're going to wiggle, come right out. Wiggle, wiggle. Those are my expanding things. All right. Customer just wanted pads, but this rotor shot. Rotor shot. I don't know if you can see that. Metal on metal. Correct with these pads and rotors. Call the customer and we'll get back. Alright, back in action playing car guy. You're gonna need one of these fancy tools, or a C-clamp, or some way to push in your piston. It's a 4-piston caliper tool, but I use it for whatever I can. Okay, so if this piston's out too far, that's not gonna work. By the way, I'm using this because that's too big to fit in here. Customer let their brakes go too far, so the piston's out too far. Twist it in. You could use large channel locks. Large channel locks will work, but not my recommendation. You need to be careful. I like to compress it evenly because you put too much pressure on one side. I've had these pistons crack, so that's what you'll deal with. Out of the way. Let's push it out of the way. I don't know if you can see this. There's brake fluid leaking. That just means it was topped off when it should not have been. Got a 17mm. I'll take the caliper bracket off now. 1/2-inch deep impact socket. It's hard working on the ground to get good leverage, but Lifesaver 17 on electric. Bam, right off. Bam, bam. Try to clean that up. This is on there. Time to get changed. Need a bigger hammer. Bigger hammer. I'm not going to change these clips. These are perfectly fine. They're not rusted. I'm going to scuff them up with a wire brush. Wire brush, and then just scrape them up. Cleaned up surfaces, both sides. Spray them brake clean. You're going to want to spray off your new rotor with brake cleaner, or wash them in the sink with soap and water. There's packaging oil on them. If you don't clean it, they're going to smoke really bad. They're still going to smoke because I cannot get all the packaging oil off. But quick wipe down, better than nothing. Bam. There we go. Rotor's on. Where is my grease? Brake grease. I just like to put this where the pads are going to go. You could put it on the pad and then push it into the bracket. I like to do this right now. Easier. It's just going to burn off and wear away once you get the brakes hot anyways, but feel good doing it. Feel good doing it. Alright, I'll lube the slides once I have this back in. 17s, we're going to put these back on. Getting started. I just go until these are tight. I have the feel for it, so perfect. You don't want to overdo it. Once it gets tight, it's fine. Bam, perfect. Now, your slides, they're lubed up, they're not rusty. I don't need to wipe them off. I'm just gonna put more brake grease on them. Go to the next brake change. Bam, still lubed up. No need to clean them. Add more brake grease. And you're good to go. Bam. Perfect. Make sure the metal, these that I'm not changing in the bracket, are not touching the rotor. So you put this together. I'm going to clear brake pad. Bottom system first. I don't like these clips. And why would you make brakes like this? Use off the old brake pads because I don't like how they fit on here. Yeah, that fits much better. I'm sure it's like a factory thing. Aftermarket stuff doesn't always fit properly. Much better. Just gonna change this on this side too, I guess. pads in, you're gonna have to shimmy it in, work your way in. You might just not be able to put in straight. You gotta give it a nice little swoop and put these back on. You spread the pads apart. Not all brakes have this. To me, they're really not needed, but I guess they're there for a reason. And once those are on, you have to hold the pads together. Put your caliper back on. Over, perfect, slid in place. Make sure your brake hose is not twisted. Put our 14s back in. Caliper onto the bracket. Switch over our socket. Bang, bang. Got the 17 to hold the slide. Tighten that boy. Plenty. And that is tight. Maybe I could explain the other side to you a little better, but there it is. On tight, ready to go. Get all the tools out of the way. Put our wheel back on. Wheel is on. Always thread them on first. Don't just put them in the gun. Like cross thread them. Lovely lug nuts. Onto the other side. Alright guys, on the other side of the car, I'm gonna crack these lugs loose in case my gun does not take them off. That's 17. 21 millimeters from 2017 Toyota Camry, so I think they use 21s. Those are crack loose. I'm gonna jack up on the pinch weld. Jacks to me. The higher you jack it up, the more leverage you'll have to crack the bolts loose, so this is good. Just gonna set a jack stand under there just to be safe. I love my power tools, so it saves lots of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Save these somewhere. These wheels have not been off in a long time, I can tell. If you're not gonna mess up the customer's car, just kick them off. Beat the back with a impact hammer or a rubber mallet. That's your first option. These are steel wheels, so use a heavier hammer, you might fuck up the rim. I'm just gonna give it a good old kick. Beautiful. I'm not gonna bend the rim. I'm not that strong. Set your wheel off to the side. All right. I got set this up here. 14. Set this up. Just crack them loose with my electric gun. Bang. Other one. Perfect. The slides are not sticking this time. Put those somewhere, you're not going to lose them. Wiggle this off. Just flop that to the side. Make sure these aren't frozen. These wiggle out. Don't break them. You're going to need them. The new one does not come with them. Pad, I'm going to use this piece. These do not like to fit in the bracket correctly. Let's get this one out of here. All right, next step, 17. On the back, you're gonna have 2 of these. Let's go to our gun. Always knee on something. Save your knees as long as you can. I'm gonna do this one-handed. Crack them loose. 1, 2. Change my socket. Make sure it's on reverse. 1, 2. Save these. Brakes are off. Clean that up. Let's bang this off. Where's my bigger hammer? Bigger hammer. You could put 2 screws in here, 2 slots for this, but it's easier just to knock this off. There's my light. There we go. Rotors off. Get rid of that. Set your light so you can see. This is not that bad. You should clean this up with sandpaper, but this is not that bad. Open up your box. We're trying to get to the brake, one-handed brake job in under 15 minutes. Alright. Back up here. Just spray surface. Try and get in between the fins as much as possible. Again, you're gonna have smoke when you go on your test drive once they heat up, so that's normal. My bosses are always like, "Oh, why are your brakes smoking? Or why are the brakes smoking once you're done?" They don't understand. There's packaging oil that come on these so they're not rust in the bag. So now that that's on, wire brush. Cleaning the spots where the pads are going to go. Hopefully allow them to slide in a little easier. Stop, yo. Like a brake video for the beginners. No, I'm not going crazy yet. Okay, so my phone had died on me. Well, it didn't die, I ran out of storage. I'm going to put a brake pad there. Use my brake pad tool to one-handed squeeze. Bam, nice and easy. Stick this in there like that and just twist it. You're gonna see. You could buy this tool. It's like $10 at AutoZone. You don't need any crazy tools like I'm saying. Just a basic hammer, ratchet, sockets. This is an easy brake job. Just twist this in, you'll feel it get hard and stop. Make sure your hose is in kink because it'll make it hard for you to push your caliper in. If your caliper does not want to push in, either you have a brake hose issue or your caliper seizing. So, alright, we're just about there. Perfect. Take this out. Brake pad out of there. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. These go in here. Where's my other one? Bam. My other one. Yeah, one handed is not working. It's this one. Those are in. Calipers on. 14's back in place. Again, make sure that your hardware is touching the rotor. You will know once you go for a ride, and it sucks when you got to take it back apart. Those are threaded by hand. Switch this back to on reverse. Bam. Tight. Bam. Tight. Here's your brake job. Hot right now. I'm gonna go ahead, put this wheel back on. Hope this video is helpful to you guys. Again, a couple basic tools. Some grease, whatever this is. You pick this up at AutoZone. This AutoZone, just a wrench to hold your slides if they're spinning when you're trying to take them off. A basic hammer. You probably need a bigger one than this. This you definitely don't need because you don't have 4-piston calipers unless that's the brake job you're doing. Electric tools, Milwaukee at Home Depot. That's your best option. It's cheaper than Snap-on. Yeah, hope you guys like it. I'm always doing work. I can make more videos. Learn myself. You learn by doing. Things aren't easy. You're gonna learn. You're gonna make mistakes. What do they say? Rome wasn't built overnight or something. It takes time. It takes time. You learn by doing. You make a lot of money doing this trade. So hope you guys like it. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, help me out. Keep making videos. The garage. Also Civic. Make a video on that thing soon. Gotta wake her up. She got a little power. She got a little surprise in her. Have a good night. Alright guys, one last thing. Don't forget, pump your brake pedal until it gets hard. Pump it until it gets hard. Go over. Make sure your brake fluid's topped off. It's perfect. It was overfilled in the first place. If you don't pump your brakes, you get in the car, put it in reverse, and not be able to stop. And you're gonna have a fun little game of dodge shit and how good can I drive in reverse. Don't ask me how I know. So, alright guys. So this is supposed to be a video for how to change brakes for beginners. Just job is for my friend's dad. He said, hey, could you put pads in my car? I'm like, sure. Front, rear, do front pads. No problem. Get out of work, start doing the car. Pads are supposed to be in the car. Not the right pads. Anyways, I had the thing apart, and the rotor was metal on metal, so we had to replace the rotor. Rotors, did both on both sides, and doing front pads and rotors. So always inspect the vehicle before you just assume what you gotta do. Hopefully I explained things clearly. I'm on my little test drive right now. Just looking for noises. Smell the burning brakes, make sure nothing's sticking, but everything's good. This is my 2,583rd brake job. Like that number, just made it up. Yeah, it's hot. Don't mind me with the no shirt. Been a long day. I'm gonna try and make more videos. I know it's helpful. I know I use YouTube a lot for things I don't know. So there's always something new. You're always learning things. Always learning something. I work on used cars, so you're always coming across something new. You're not always gonna know everything. you will get better with specific vehicles and things you do more often than others, but always learning. Always expect the unexpected. When you think something's gonna go easy, it might go easy, or it might not. Depends on the luck you have. For me, if I think it's going easy, it's gonna go hard. If I think it's gonna go hard, it's gonna go easy. That's how my luck is. Well, so far so good. Appreciate you guys. Hope you liked the video. Deucing out. Peace out. Have a good night. Till next time.